How do you prove that you've been educated up to school certificate level if you don't show your documents?
Prove that you've been educated up to school certificate level. Which document do you? It's not saying that if the law wants to. I mean, the law knows how to be very definitive concerning anything. So if the law is not definitive, you cannot make imputation on it.
Is that what?
Absolutely. Now listen to me. Listen to me. So that is why the Electoral Act too is very careful not to say clearly that you must present a certificate. It says a document. Now the document. Absolutely. A CV is a document. If I say that I've attended this school and I have this qualification, I haven't attended that, I have this qualification, I have that qualification, and I submit that. Now, General Muhammadu Buhari has also supported that document with an affidavit, which is swore to, that indeed I have all these documents. I have all this. So it is now left for anybody who is controverting that.
You say
who is controverting that?
He said he swore to an affidavit that he has all those documents.
That he is the one that submitted this form, and that the one that filled this form. You know, and in that form he feel that he went to this school, he went to that school. You know, he went to that school. Do you understand? That this thing, he submitted that, and he deposed to an affidavit concerning all those, pieces of information that he put in the form.
So you're saying
what he's saying that now, if you are going to contest that about any of these things, or these certificates are actually with the Secretary of the Army Board.
Are you not turning the law on its head?
We're not turning any law into its head. It's complied absolutely, totally, with the dictates, with the stipulation of the law.
So you're saying very clearly and categorically,
yes,
that there is no way the APC or its presidential candidate will be getting us or the public or whoever is asking for it copies of any certificate. Is that what you're saying? Clearly?
What we're saying, and we've said it, for the obtained time, and maybe I say for the obtained time now, that the certificates are resident with the, with the secretary, with the military. Now, listen. You see, we often compare apple for oranges. That is usually some of the problem. The military is an institution of state. General Muhammadu Buhari had served the military, all his life.
So
listen to me. Just a minute.
Let me add this so you respond to this alongside your next one. So you're saying that all those other persons who read this law and submitted their certificate were turning the law on its head. That your view is the right perspective.
Excuse me, wait. See, if anybody, any of the aspirants, anyone, which one, of candidates of any party or something like that, that comes and makes any submission and submits his certificate alongside, fine. Because, he's trying to authenticate some of that's his own means of authenticating what he has. Now, General Buhari has also, mind you, people have given very wrong analogies that is in here. Let me give you this analogy. Mr. Chamberlain also was applying to Channels TV. Mr. Chamberlain also had always worked in Channels TV all his life. Channels TV later on buys another, station, TV station or whatever, another, sister station. And then Mr. Chamberlain also deems it necessary to go to that station, to that place to work. And he applies to that place. And he says to that other office that, my certificates, original, are actually with, that channel's TV. This is my CV to show that these are the certificates. These are my qualifications. Now, are we now trying to split air? Will that other company now be splitting air? That
you'll be told. I'm happy. You also run a firm. You'll be asked to go to your school or go to the place if it's missing to get a certified true copy. That's all I'm asking.
He's not saying that. He's not saying. General Buhari is not saying that his certificates are missing. You only go and get.
And if he can't,
you only go and get true certified true copy of a thing that.
Has he approached the military authorities to get his original, because they are keeping it illegally, because the originals of anything is yours? So shouldn't he have approached them to say, hey, wait a minute, I left them with you, can I have them back?
Listen, what we are saying here is that, and I'm happy you mentioned that word, that they are his. If you have taken something away from me illegally, it is preposterous for me to be begging for it. If you have taken it away from me illegally in the first place, you need to come back to me with apologies and return them to me.
All right, we have to go. So
that's the truth.
Is it possible, sorry,
that's the truth.
Is it possible that you can ask for, if
Ask?
something, just a moment, you say
It's preposterous.
Just a moment, you say it is begging.
Yes.
Mr. Fashakin,
Yes.
use the word begging, but is it even possible that you ask for what is, been taken away from you unlawfully? Can you say, please, can I have my documents back? You took them from me unlawfully.
You said, please. You said, can I please have my documents
Well,
back?
it's been polite.
Yes,
It's English language. Can you ask for them at least?
All right, guys,
what we're saying
one
is
at a
that
time, Mr.
it's
Fashakin.
preposterous.
Okay.
If the documents are with the military illegally, just return them to him.
Okay, in other words, if I call,
Thank you.
If they cannot get it there, he's not going to submit anything.
Look, the truth of the matter is that the army is an institution of state.
Okay.
So those that want to go to court can go to court.
All right, Mr. Rotimi
When it
Fashakin.
gets to that stage, the army will come out to say, truly, yes, these documents are with us. So we're losing no sleep on it at all.
Okay, Mr. Rotimi
Thank you.
Fashakin is a member of Media and Publicity, of Buhari Campaign Organisation. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this break, everyone. Please join us again.